Okay, I'm going to show you something I've been working on, which I think is quite a lot of fun. So I've written a bot for my Soccermatics book and articles and also the web page. And basically, it's a way of sort of talking to me when I'm not there. So you can ask me any question at all, and I'll try to give you a sensible answer. Maybe I'll start with this. What is what is so good about Soccermatics? So you can find out. So you're Of course, I know the answers, but you can have a look yourself. This is what the bot version of David is going to say about the book Soccermatics. Still takes a little bit of time, but here we are. We've got an answer. So David says that Soccermatics is not just a book about football and maths. It's a philosophy about a more accessible and creative style of mathematics. It crosses boundaries, uses analogies, and then there's a few examples here. So I thought this is kind of cool. He believes that, so this is me. We need to go deeper than randomness, possession, and shooting. We need to look at where teams are regaining the ball, how players connect with each other. So it's pretty exciting. And then it shares a little page from the book. So if you want to read further, you can have a look at that. And then I can like pick out something. So okay, so let's say it says that we can learn about regaining the ball from defending. So we can write this: how do teams best regain ball? And let's see what it has to say about that. So what it's doing now is looking inside the book. It's looking through my articles, and it's come up with an article I wrote 2015 about transition and press. So teams can best regain the ball by using a tactical gegenpressing, which involves the whole team getting stuck in and narrowing down alternatives. Now, this isn't stuff I've exactly, as everyone knows now that we've used ChatGPT and so on, it isn't precisely what I wrote, but it's summary of some of the different things that I've written. So Pep talks about the 6-second rule. Sometimes we talk about the 5-second rule, and it goes through all of that. And so maybe we can say, can you tell me more about Pep's approach to pressing? I haven't asked any of these questions before. I just thought I'd try them out. So we'll see if what kind of answers we get from this. So it's picked up a page in Soccermatics where it discusses different forms of pressing. And this is where I go into, how Pep used pressing and how Barcelona have used pressing to get the ball back. And so first of all, it summarizes the thing. And yeah, it mentions Paul Power in here. And Jose Mourinho's different approach that he took. So all of this stuff is described in Soccermatics. And then once you've got the summary, you can actually find the page. We can also do this. We can do next, show me the next page. Sorry about that. Someone just called me while I was trying to do this. Yeah, so where I got to is, well, we actually got various pages now, and we got into a bit of Soccermatics and could start reading it. But we can ask it pretty much anything, why did you write the book? Let's see what it says about that. It might give me some insight. Yeah, I wanted to combine my love of football and mathematics. Football is a beautiful game, making it the natural partner. And so there's always it gets a very relevant answer. Yeah, I was lucky enough to. So I was going to enjoy making. Yeah, that's a reference to the gambling chapter I have. So did you win money betting on football? And we'll see what it says about that. This is also a bit of controversy in my household because my wife and she was also involved in my gambling part of the book. And so here's where you can read about it, gambling and the different techniques I had. And so Louisa, my wife, she also was part of this. And we can ask it, did Louisa win more than you? And it will tell us, it will report on, because Louisa was a kind of average punter, and she backed using her own system, which I don't fully understand. But here it is. So Louisa placed fewer bets than me. So what's the final? So while Louisa did win some bets, it's difficult to say if she won. So it comes out with different answers to this. One time it came out very decisively that Louisa was the better gambler than I was, but it is also in the book kind of unclear because she gambled a little bit less than me, but she did overall make a larger percentage return on her money. This is still, as I said, debated at home. So hopefully, oh yeah, I'd say because it also goes. Oh yeah, I want to show one last thing because it also goes into code. So if you say what are expected goals, for example, it will start to write a little bit about expected goals and explain them using the book. What are expected goals in this article, so you can actually have a look there. How can I code an expected goals model? So like the normal ChatGPT, the Soccermatics GPT, well, it has Python code in that. So it mentions the Python code, but I haven't actually managed to get it. Please show me code in Python for an expected goals model. And let's see if we spelled Python wrong, but I don't think that should bother it too much. Let's see if we can have actually some code coming out of it. And so there you go. It's looking at some code here for doing a logistic regression. It's part of the code. So here is some code in Python for expected goals model. The code uses a logistic regression to calculate the expected goals for a given shot. And it actually describes also what happens in the code. And most importantly, I don't think you should just trust precisely the code that comes out there, but you can click on this and you go to the Soccermatics course where you can, of course, find the expected goals model code itself there. So that's a little summary of what I've done with this Soccermatics Bot, Soccermatics GPT. I am hoping in the next few weeks to release this onto the world. The main problem is the cost. So if I release it and everyone goes in and uses it, suddenly I'll be paying a lot for using GPT because it's based on ChatGPT. So we'll see about that, but I'm very hopeful to release it in the near future. So that's it from me. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.